it's a bit too early to tell. We are in the process of doing a damage assessment along with the Philippines government, and we're expecting this initial report to be available within, I would say, 3 weeks. But, it's not going to be much less because this has been just a horrific disaster. The unprecedented storm which hit Philippines, some say is the worst on record. So yes, the damages will be huge. It could easily sort of go to about 4-5% of GDP. So we'll have to wait and see, but we know that it's going to be huge.
$6 billion is an enormous number in any country's books. Can the Philippines afford it?
Well, this is why the international community really has to step in, and ADB, of course, will do its part, but others too, other countries have to come in, because it's a huge burden for the government, and for a country like the Philippines, it's certainly sort of that much more onerous.
You've already put in place a $500 million emergency loan,
right.
But how does the ADB prioritise? How do you decide when there's been a damage on such a scale? How do you prioritise your spending?
I think two things are important here. One is coordination with other partners, so that we all don't go to the same place and basically rush and crowd each other. The other one is to work very closely with the government, both in Manila and at the local level, so that the sense of priorities are maintained. Our support is going to be for what we call budget support. So we'll make this resource available to the government, for the government to sort of decide where its priorities are. We will, of course, make sure that there are safeguards in place to make sure the spending is appropriate and all the measures are in place. But it's a priority that will work very closely with the government. Obviously, infrastructure rebuilding is going to be absolutely critical. The infrastructure, physical and the soft infrastructure, has been wiped out.
And when you look at infrastructure, it's incredibly difficult to see any light at the end of this catastrophic tunnel, but will private capital come in? Will private businesses now step in? When you look at the scale of the infrastructure challenge, will it be private money that will rebuild?
We are hoping so, Ali. We are hoping that private money will be mobilized, but it has to be mainly a government-led effort, together with support from international agencies and other bilateral partners. But yes, we are hoping that private funds will come in, but the government will have to make sure that the environment is right for private sector investments. They may come through public-private partnerships when we build some of the large infrastructure. And the key thing will be not just building infrastructure or rebuilding, it has to be built better. And we are hoping that we will take this opportunity to do more climate proofing, make sure the investments are more climate resilient, so that Philippines and the region is able to cope better. But it is going to be a long haul.